Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Sarah. In today's video, we are tackling the master bedroom. So lots to get done today. I'm still continuing my spring cleaning journey and deep cleaning all of the rooms. I actually only have my bedroom and my son's bedroom left on my little journey. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. So I hope that you guys enjoyed the motivation. And just as an FYI, I am filming this after I've come out of work. So I did work a full day. If this takes me a few days to get things done, I'm okay with that because honestly, I do school nursing. I'm a registered nurse. I'm tired when I get home, but I'm going to see what I can power through today. And then hopefully if I can get the room done today, great. If not, tomorrow. But let's go ahead and get cleaning. So how is everybody doing this week? Let me know down in the comments below what you guys are looking forward to. I'm really excited. I'm hoping the weather will be a little bit better in March, and hopefully spring is officially on on the way. What I can definitely tell you is that right now it's a little bit on the cooler side, but that's okay. Warmer weather on the horizon. So for me, I want to really finish up the house, and I was able to do that. You'll see at the end of this video that I was able to finish up our bedroom, but it comes with a lot of deep cleaning. When I deep clean a space, if you haven't seen my previous videos, I do like to start from top to bottom, which is washing walls, wipe down the windows, the trim, the vents, and this just gives me a good base so that I can keep up with a lot of the dusting and the rest of the furniture throughout the year. Okay, so before we get started, I just wanted to show you some of the things that I'm using for the windows. I had a few comments on my last video as well as on Instagram just in regards to what I use for cleaning. So I have the Joy Mop, I'm pretty sure it's how it's pronounced, mop and bucket system. So that was gifted to me a few years ago by my mother-in-law, and that's what I use to clean the walls as a microfiber cloth that can be obviously washed and dried. For the windows itself, I use the Sprayway glass cleaner, and this works really, really well. Streak free for the most part. If I ever run out of this, I just go back to old reliable, which is Windex for me. That occasionally does leave streaks, but still gets the job done. And then typically what I use to wipe down the window sills, the vents, the radiators, things like that, are these cloths that I got off of Amazon a couple years ago, maybe $10.99 or less, I would say, and then microfiber cloths. So that's pretty much what I use when I'm doing my regular cleaning. I will occasionally use Mrs. Meyer's on some of the dressers if I have to clean it down after I've dusted it with a Swiffer. I used to use Old English to kind of polish, but I don't have any here. That was at my parents' house when I used to live there, and just kind of polish up the furniture a couple times a year. So those are some of the things that I use, and that's what you'll see me using in a good chunk of my videos. So I just wanted to kind of put that out there. So now I'm getting started on the windows. After dusting everything, I went in with the Sprayway, and you're going to see me just wipe down the windows. We did get a few quotes for the windows, which I'm really excited about. A lot more expensive than I was initially thinking. We do have quite a few to replace upstairs, so we might do it in batches, so to speak, just because financially it's a lot. The prices of things have gone up over the last few years. We all know this, but it's definitely something on our to-do list. So if anything, we will replace my son's windows and then our bedroom windows and go from there. So once I was done with that, I did go over to the two vents we have in our bedroom and just kind of dust those down, then wipe them down with a damp cloth. And then I was able to move on to the next task. I always feel like it's important to wipe down the doors. I really do feel like sometimes they get neglected in certain spaces. So taking the time, whether just with some hot soapy water, maybe a little bit of Mrs. Meyer's, just to wipe it down because dust does collect in those grooves if you have doors similar to mine. So I just quickly wanted to show you guys, this is a good chunk of dirt and dust and probably hair that I got off the bottom trim along that bigger wall that you saw me cleaning earlier near the bathroom. So definitely a good idea. I don't do this nearly as often, just a couple of times a year, probably between seasons where I clean the trim. In addition to vacuuming and dusting it, but really taking a wet washcloth and obviously just look at the dirt on there, pretty gross. But I'm happy to have done that. So I just finished up kind of doing the walls and things of that nature. So finished up the walls, the trim, and I did the vents. I'm gonna try and get the fan cleaned up tonight, as well as the light fixture in the little hall that goes to the master bathroom. Once that's done, I'm probably gonna call it a night, honestly, because I'm getting a little bit tired and I have a few things I have to prep for tomorrow for work. But at least the heavy hitting items are done, including the door. I washed that down, the door frame. So now that, you know, once that stuff done, at least tomorrow I can focus in on dusting the furniture. I'm also going to try and put some of the felt pads underneath the bed so that's not scratching the floor. That I need my husband for because this bed frame is ridiculously heavy with or without the mattress. So with that, we're gonna finish up hopefully with those two items, and then it'll be day 2 when I'm filming again to finish up the room.
Beneath the starlit sky, our love's secret line, like leaves we soar so high. Beneath the moonlight, soft touch your hand in mine, gets me every time. Lost in the city lights, our love's electric ride.
Just wanted to quickly show you guys, I just took down the light fixture between the little hallway from my bedroom to the bathroom. I don't know if you can see the spider web that's in here, but clearly you can see the little creature that got trapped in there. So sad. I haven't taken down this light fixture in a little bit, so I'm going to go ahead and wash this with some warm soapy water and I'll put it back up. But let me know how often you guys are taking apart your light fixtures to clean them. Maybe a little bit more often than me, clearly. I probably only do this twice a year if I'm being honest with you. It's in the springtime when I'm cleaning, and then again in the fall when I'm resetting and deep cleaning the home again for the cooler months. So let's get this bad Larry cleaned.
Beneath an endless night, the world spins around. You're there, ease my mind. Like stars that never die, you and I will shine during the darkest times. As the leaves change color, I dive into you when summer's fade.
Alright, so that's all done. I washed it with some warm soapy water. The cloth I had left over from the hot water in Fabuloso, just gave it a good scrub. Put some spray on there and it's nice and shiny. This isn't even doing it justice, but it definitely needed to be deep cleaned. And this is going to be it for day 1, so we'll be back at it again tomorrow. Hello everybody, back at it day 2. So we are going to be cleaning off most of the furniture, putting some stuff away back where it belongs. My husband's also going to help me try and put some of the felt on the bottom of this. We're going to take off the mattress off the bed frame. And kind of, you know, we have some felt that we're going to try and cut out, see if we can put it on the bottom of the bed. These, as he's doing that right now. I have the circles. These are super tiny. I need larger ones, which I thought we had. We might have used it already. But this is what we are doing. He's just measuring that out. See if we can cut out some pieces. But essentially, we're going to put it on the 4 bottom corners. And then the strip in the back is not going to be an issue on the bottom. It's just because it's scratching the floor. So once we do that, we'll be able to kind of move out the mattress. I'm going to really deep clean everything and go from there. All right, just so you guys can see, because we are gonna kind of clean this up a little bit. So that is all the scratching that the bed has done. It kind of scratched the floor pretty badly. So once we get the felt on there, I am gonna move this out so I can get a better clean, but this is what it looks like without the mattress. I definitely have some vacuuming to do over here as well, so I will do that. And then I can get on to the rest of the dusting. So we went ahead after everything was cut out by my husband. He helped lift the bed frame for me so that I could kind of sneak that under there. This is a very, very heavy bed frame. Even if we took out everything, it has some weight to it. So I was really happy that he was able to help me. But putting this underneath made such a difference. Like I said, having those scratches on the floor really stunk. Clearly something was caught. We don't know if it was a rock that was initially under the bed frame, because we have moved it before and it doesn't scratch up the rest of the floor like it did in that back corner. But nonetheless, something that I should have gotten to originally when we moved in, I'm finally getting to now. My goal will be to get it on the rest of the furniture in case we need to move it. And just this way it just glides across the floor. Let me know if you have similar furniture, if it's heavy, if you guys have the felt bottoms on it as well to help it move. Let me know down below. So after vacuuming and giving the bed a good dusting, I went in with the Mrs. Meyer's spray and a microfiber cloth and just wiped down the furniture. You'll see me do this again a little bit later in the video, but this is typically how I do a deep clean when it comes to my furniture. If I'm just doing a maintenance clean throughout the week, I'm just basically dusting everything, vacuuming, and sometimes washing the floor if it needs it. The deeper cleans require me to go in to dust and then really go in with the furniture to really deep clean it, and a lot of times I'll declutter. But my bedroom did get decluttered earlier this year, so I'm really excited for that. So it just left me with, the heavy duty items, which is cleaning. So just so you guys can see, that's what the bottom felt looks like. That one I didn't place as well as I could have, the one that's showing right now, but honestly, overall, what a night and day difference just dragging it. I am going to look for that colored pen. It colors in the wood and stuff like that. That we have downstairs, so I can color in that back piece. But for once, everything's been vacuumed, washed back there, kind of did the trim and the radiator, and we're good. Now I can get to dusting the furniture. But what a night and day difference. If you guys have heavy furniture like I do, just consider putting the felt on the bottom. It makes it easier to move and it will protect your floors. So I went in today and just started dusting off my area. You're going to see me take off the napronge, which is basically the red doilies. We call them napronge. My vovó made them. Vovó is just grandmother in Portuguese. She made them for me, so I do swap those out, and I end up putting a white one for the spring. I have multicolored ones that I use throughout the year. I like the look of it personally. I know, to each their own when it comes to decorating, but for me, it's a great way to keep our memory alive, so I will always use those. So as you can see, I'm just wiping it down with a Mrs. Myers. Again, I don't do this all the time, but for a deeper clean, I will wipe down the furniture, and it just feels like it, I feel like it prevents the dust from building up on there as quickly as it might during the week if you don't use it. Real life stories of all the dust on my bureau. Nothing is exaggerated about this. Things have been sitting here for the last month and a half or so, and this is how dusty it gets. This is why typically once I get back into my routine, which thankfully I'm falling back into, feeling more of myself, because many of you know, like the last month and a half or so to this year, since we're pretty much going to be in March, by the time that this uploads, it's been rough. So getting back into good routines, good habits. I'm going to be dusting this, cleaning off this last piece of furniture like I've done everything else, and then I will get back into my routine of weekly cleanings and things like that, and I hope to have more videos and motivation for you guys of more of like a weekly tidy up and obviously some deep cleans thrown in. But if your furniture looks like mine, you're not doing a bad job. It's just things get busy sometimes, and you get to it when you get to it. And when you do, it's certainly going to feel good. But dust is normal. Let's normalize homes have dust. It is what it is. So now that the majority of dusting was done, I was going to get started on my floor, and as you guys can see, my son came running in. He was upset. So, of course, the way the camera was, it was cutting off everything, but he just needed some love and snuggles from Mama in order to get through his little meltdown. He was upset. I forget over what, but sometimes just a little hug and a little love from Mom is enough to kind of make things better. So once I kind of comforted him, I went back to dry mopping the floor. I used to do this a lot last year and I didn't keep up with it as much as I wanted to in the last couple of months, but dry mopping the floor first before vacuuming is a great way for me to actually get those hairs and thick layers of dust that's hiding underneath the furniture. This mop fits under very easily a lot of the furniture, and it grabs everything. So once I'm usually done dry mopping, I'll go in with the vacuum cleaner, I'll vacuum everything up, get into the other nooks and crannies before washing it. All right, guys, so this is the finished result for our bedroom. I do have the fan kind of going to help dry off some of the floor. Typically, when I finish off my rooms, I will use the spin mop as of late, but the Swiffer works just as well, the wet jet, especially in an area this is not what I consider high traffic. It's not like we're walking with our shoes and stuff up here. It does get dusty, but that's the purpose of the dry mop and the vacuum. But otherwise, everything has been cleaned from top to bottom. We're talking about the walls, the vents, the light fixtures, you name it. And then again, being able to put the little felt bottoms so we can move the furniture a lot easier makes all the difference in the world. So I appreciate you guys joining me for today's video and getting all the motivation you might need to deep clean a space, whether it's your bedroom, your office, your kitchen, you name it. But I hope that you guys enjoyed, and just know, one day at a time, one item at a time, one room at a time. It's all good. I'll catch you guys in my next video. Bye.